Hello gang, how's it going? It's the final render here. Whoop whoop, coming at you with another live stream. How you doing gang? How's it going? You all alright? I certainly hope so, I certainly hope so. Let's go ahead and see if everything is going okay. Oh, that's something I need to do. I need to turn the chat off screen actually, because people don't need that anymore since YouTube actually saves it now. So, how are we? Are we all okay? You alright? You alright? How's it going, mate? I haven't seen you in dog's years, mate. How's it going? Alright, let's go ahead and see who we have got in the chat to start with. Let's go. Feo is here who says, "Heyo, boom boom," let me hear you say, "Heyo, Feo." Nice to see you, Feo. Nice to see you. Kimberly A says, "Render's VR waifu video was cringe." Hi all. Yes, you're certainly right. That video has been sitting in my YouTube list, you know, because I uploaded it maybe 3 weeks ago. And I was always debating, should I make that public? Should I do that? But then I saw, literally like an hour ago, Markiplier had done a video on the exact same game. So I'm like, well, might as well then. You know, might as well. People might be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I decided to make it go public. Because it's a very weird game. Go check it out at the end of the stream, actually. The video I just uploaded, the Japanese waifu simulator game in VR. It was incredible. Laura Elsher says, "Hello, just got my handy notification. Commencing with the share spike." You're goddamn right. That is absolutely awesome. Thanks very much, Laura. That is brilliant. In fact, why don't we just get it going early? Since she said it, how about we get it going early? Oh, video's not showing right there. Oh, don't you do this to me, video. Don't you do this to me. How about we set it to loop right there? There we go. Boom! Let's get a share spike going with no technical hitches whatsoever. If you are new here and you do not know what a share spike is, it's very simple. If you're watching the stream, you got to share it with your friends. You got to share it with your friends. How about we go ahead and do that now? You can share it on whatever social media you want to do. I'm going to be using Twitter right here. Okay, so we are building in, what's it called? Fenway Park? Fenway Park tonight, aka Diamond City. Come check it out. And then tweet. Boom, that is my part of the share spike done. You guys are going to go ahead and do the same now. If you are watching, you must take part in the share spike because that's the rules, people. That is the rules. You've got to go ahead and take part in the share spike. So let's go ahead and do it. Craig S. Carey is going ahead and doing share spike, share spike, share spike. Which is absolutely awesome. Awesome news indeed. Good to see everyone going there. Sean Roberts says, "How's it happening?" It's happening all right, Sean Roberts. How are you, matey? How are you, matey? I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Anyone else in the chat? Scotsman Games is here saying, "I just robbed Diamond City." Well, my golly gosh, people. You must be one real naughty Scotsman, Scotsman Games. Vindicator Win says, "I'm actually not that great today because I'm leaving secondary school in 2 months. I'm about to start my first GCSEs exam. Wish me luck on the 15th of May. And how are you doing, Render?" Honestly, Vindicator Win, don't worry about it. You know, don't worry about it. If you've prepared and keep preparing still, then you'll be fine. You know, everybody kind of worried a little bit before their GCSE exams and stuff. But it'll be alright, okay? Especially if you're willing to put in extra time, you'll be fine. Everyone go ahead and wish Vindicator Win good luck on his GCSEs exam. If anyone is foreign who doesn't know, GCSE exams are the exams which determine which college and university you can get into. So, just do your best, you know. Do some revision, trust yourself, and focus. You know what I mean? Then you'll be just fine. Fallout 4 Boy 1 says, "Hello. Hello there, buddy. Nice to see you." Cyprus Medina says, "Hi. Hello there. Hello." Mr. Says, "Got better at Fortnite and has just got Season 3. Oh, dude, Season 4 starts tomorrow. You're going to have to buy a new pass again tomorrow. Dude, I'm sorry. What else is there? Ottoman Cat says, "Hello. Hello there, Ottoman Cat. How are you? How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you." And Ryan Morton says, "Good luck, Vindicator. I'm in year 9 and it's already tricky, but you'll make it." You see, even people in year 9 know it's going to be alright. You can do it, buddy. Not that I'm talking down to people in year 9 or anything. Oh dear. Cringe alarm right there. If anyone else is also curious, I believe you do your GCSEs at year 11. I think that's when you do them. Okie dokie. So, how about we go ahead and do some building today? Let's go ahead and do some building today. We're going to be building in Diamond City yet again. Our mod is making great progress. As you can see, we spent last episode putting up these awesome little billboards around the entire perimeter of our extension to Diamond City, and it looks really, really good. it looks absolutely smashing, Basil. You know, we've got all the lights there as well, and all the lights do light up the signs at night, so therefore you can actually see all of these illuminated in the darkness during night time, and it looks really, really nice. It completely revolutionized how the mod looks, and I tell you the truth, I didn't even expect it to come out as well as it did, but it came out so well, and I'm really glad we went ahead and did this idea of having these billboards here. But we are going to add some more billboards today. What I would like to do, I would like to add some more billboards to these kind of posts here, and again have some lights on them, because it will add to the entire scale of Diamond City. Because as you can see here, we've obviously got our big expansion port here, and that's good. You know, it takes up a big amount of space, but we've also obviously got these things here and these radio towers here. I believe we've got one like there and there. If we add billboards to those, it will kind of draw the eye to how wide Diamond City as a whole is. Not just our expansion, but how big the actual place is. How big Fenway Park is. So, I think we're going to have some fun doing that. And let's go ahead and read the chat a little bit more and see what is up. Let's go and see what is up. Jack the Hat 8 says, at Vindicator win, what is your first exam? That's true. What is your first one, actually? Because some are much easier than others, you know what I mean? Some are much easier than others. The High Dancing Doggo says, when is this going to be done? Honestly, no idea, buddy. Honestly, no idea. I refuse to tell people when it's going to be done, because then if it's late, people are disappointed. So therefore, I just don't put a date on it. Just don't put a date on it. It'll be done when it's done. And tell you the truth, games companies should do that as well, you know? Many of them do, granted, but there are some times when they've buckled before it's ready. A good example was things like Mass Effect Andromeda. Everyone on board that project said it's not ready. It's not ready. It's not ready. But people kept saying, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? When's it coming out? So producers kept saying, push it out, push it out, push it out. Boom, got an awful game. And no one cared. So, I'm not gonna have, I don't want to do this with this. Oh yeah, also, in other good news as well, I got the elevator working. If you guys remember, we put the elevator in here quite a while ago, but it didn't actually work. The scripting didn't work, so the buttons didn't do anything. It works now, so that's fantastic. It means players can go up and down quite easily, which is awesome, which is awesome. Okie dokie. Alrighty, so Theo Van Duzen says, Rendo, what are you drinking today? Have a guess what I'm drinking today. Have a guess what I'm drinking. It's good old Dr. Pepper. As usual. In fact, this is zero sugar Dr. Pepper, and it is ice cold, because hey, what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. That's right, that's right, that's right. Alrighty, let's go then, let's go. So, what I need to do, I need to find the billboards and stuff. But before we do that, let's also go ahead and mention the Twitter. We have the Twitter open for these live streams. We have the Twitter open so you guys can send in your selfies and your messages of you guys enjoying the live stream. So, if you want to do that, you need to send in your tweets to final_render. Repeat, that is final_render on Twitter. And then you can send in your selfies and your messages of you guys enjoying the live stream. So, how about we go ahead and see what we have got so far. We do indeed have some already, so boop, let's go ahead and take a look. Fallout 4 Boy 1 says, at final render. Who are you people? What's that? That's Patrick Starr, isn't it? Patrick Starr. We were Cordless 7, Ranger Dave, Final Render, and Donald Strong right there. Ah, thanks very much for that, buddy. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, send in your selfies and your messages to final_render and we'll get them up. We've got Arctic Star going ahead and liking the share spike. That is fantastic. People going ahead and doing that means we can get as many people enjoying the live stream as possible. I just realised I just opened that person's Twitter page without actually checking if it was safe. It was safe though, thankfully. Thanks very much, Arctic Star. And Laura Elstrip Bellow says, we are chipping away at decorating up and fine-tuning elite Upper Diamond City. Plenty of time for you to come on over and lend your ideas to the mod with the famous, fascinating Final Render. You're so kind. You're so kind, you are, Laura. You always know if it's a comment from Laura Elstrip because there's a big, really nice, really flattering comment in the video. You know, and it's always nice to go ahead and to see. It always goes ahead and puts a smile on my face. Thanks very much for doing that. Alrighty, so what else are people saying then? Sean Roberts says, the ice cold comment deserves a cringe alarm. Does it? That's not a cringe alarm. That's awesome. That's goddamn awesome, that is. But okay. Cringe alarm right there. Cringe alarm right there for the ice cold comment. Alrighty. So, let's go, people. Let's go. Alright, so let's hit record then. Hit record on the old NVIDIA Shadow Player right there. And let's go to billboards. If you guys remember correctly, last time we actually found some billboards. These ones right here, I believe. The angled 45 ones. And these actually have like a little, shall we say, bracket behind it like that. Which should mean it should actually attach to our radio masts quite well, actually. It should slot in like a glove. Alright. Not that you slot gloves over radio masts. You put them over your fingers. If you've got very long fingers, they might be mistaken for radio masts. But, I don't know where I'm going with this. Cringe alarm! Cringe alarm right there for comparing people's fingers to radio masts. I don't know why I do it to myself sometimes. But okay. Let's go ahead and do this then. Let's go ahead and grab one of these signs here. So these billboards are pretty big already. And I want to know how big or small they need to be. You know, we might have to make them smaller. Or they might fit just fine. Oh, you know what? They're pretty darn big. They're pretty darn big. Because I want to have them on all four corners. Or do I? Let's just go ahead and see what we can do with it. Let's just go ahead and see what we can do with it before we make any more permanent decisions, so to speak. Go ahead and rotate that around there. So yeah, not bad, not bad. But let's also try going ahead and making one where it has four all along the radio mast. Because it will mean the billboards will have to be dramatically smaller. But it should look pretty good if we can get it to work. Alright, so let's go ahead and shrink these down then. How small can we get away with? Oh, to tell you the truth, actually, you probably won't be able to do the idea I really wanted to do because they're too small, way too small. I wanted to have one on all four ports. Maybe we could cheat it a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to be connected directly. We could maybe do something like this. We would have to kind of have it this way, wouldn't we? We would have to put some kind of metal work in the middle. So that we can have these. Actually, yeah, that looks alright. Can we get away with it on bigger scale? Can we get away with it on a bigger scale? Let's see, let's see. Duplicated that one. That is duplicating both. Duplicate them both. We need two after all. So let's just go ahead and do the show here, shall we? Rotate it around. There we go. So if we go ahead and pull that out that way. Same for this one here. Going to give us a good amount of size. And now these also. And once we've made, you know, one, in theory we can just kind of copy and paste them on all the radio masts we want. So what else are people saying then? What else are people saying then? Okay, so Colin BB09 Gaming says, "Hey Render, how's the build coming?" It's coming on pretty dude. It's pretty dude. It's pretty dude. Man, that's so pretty dude. No, the build's coming on really well, buddy. The build's coming on really well. As you can see, we've got the elevator working, which is nice, just below my face cam. Right there. And we've also got all these really cool billboards, which we are adding to really add some flavor to the build. Okay, so I like the idea of this. But full size is too small. But what we did originally full size is too big, sorry. But the other size we tried was a bit too small. So let's try going a little smaller still. But maybe not as small as we went before. You know what I mean? Because, hey, go big or go home. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and bring these billboards in. We're going to have a little bit of a gap between them, I suppose. Just a little bit of a gap. Show a little bit of that framework in there. So grab all four of these now, and let's shrink them down. That might be an okay size. Might be an okay size, that. Let's go ahead and bring these in. Can I bring them all in at once? Oh no, I gotta, oh dear. Gotta bring them all in one at a time. Okay, so we could probably decide on our size here as well. Probably alright, actually, that kind of size. Alright, so now we've got two lined up. The other one should, in theory, slot in just the same way, because it is a square after all. And what is a square? Equal lengths on all sides. And that's how you know what a square is. Or, it's someone who makes Fallout 4 videos on live streams. That's also a square. There we go. So we've got that there. That looks pretty darn good indeed. And what we will do... It's kind of already an angle, isn't it? But let's go ahead and make it even more so. I want it kind of like a 45-degree angle. Kind of like that. Go ahead and zoom out a bit and see what it's like. Yeah, see? So we got like cool little billboards right there. Kind of going all the way up the mast. Let's go ahead and see if we can add some lights and stuff to them. And then we can go ahead and place them around all the radio masts we want. And then we can obviously change all the images and stuff like that as well, because you don't just want the same image on all 4, do we? Alright, so what else are people saying then? What else are people saying then? Kimberly A says, those billboards would look cool with light shining through them. Light shining through them? I'm trying to think what you mean there. Oh. Do you mean like shining a light from behind the billboard? Because these do have lights on them. If you actually look down there, they actually do illuminate at night. But let's try lighting these up now. What else are people saying then? Scotsman Game says, lol, what's wrong with me? Oh, what have you done now, Scotsman Gaming? He says, that final render, can I give you a build of mods idea? Not a live stream, just a normal one. Notice me, I'm going insane. Yeah, you can always go ahead and submit them, buddy. You can always go ahead and submit them. You can always go ahead and do that. What else is there? Dave Van Derzen says, those billboards aren't mods, they're just in the creation kit. That is true. They're all in the creation kit. We have no external assets with this mod, because I don't want to have to limit it to only Xbox One and PC. I would like to be able to have it on I'd like to be able to have it on the PlayStation 4 as well. Alright, so let's go with the old track lights again. Despite how difficult they were, they do look good. Despite how difficult they were, they do look good. So let's just go ahead and try to get them to work here. But as I said, you know, since I'm gonna do it now, we should, in theory, only need to do it once. We spent ages doing this on the last live stream. Let's go ahead and try to slot it in as best we can and then rotate the model accordingly. Need to turn on our markers as well so we can see which way the light is pointing. So as the markers turn on, because it does take a while for the markers to turn on for some reason. I don't know why it takes a while. I suppose it is working out a lot of stuff and calculating a lot of stuff. Just bring those up by hitting M. Eventually they'll pop up anyway. There we go. Okay. So now as you can see, we've got like little light bulbs and stuff like that. This is all like the invisible data that the creation kit sees, but the player never does. So what we need to do is rotate these so the lights are shining up. Don't worry too much about the actual physical model of the lights. In fact, let's go ahead and deselect that, shall we? Or should we? No, I might as well go ahead and do it a little bit. Do it a little bit. Let's go and turn that off there. And try our best to get it to the right angle. Just try our best, because it is a bit of a nuisance when you've got things grouped together like this. I have a much better idea. Much better idea. Much better idea. I know I always say this, but it's true. It's true. Let's just do them one at a time. How about that? One at a time. I think I said we should probably do that at the end of the last stream, but I've only just remembered, you see. So yeah, the center point on these lights, it's very bizarre. It isn't where it looks like it should be. Does that make sense? How about we do it numerically, actually? Do it numerically. So if you're really confused in the creation kit about which way something is facing, you can always right-click it, check its 3D data, and then you can just kind of input manual numbers on like the rotation or the position. That's a very easy way to go ahead and make sure that everything is faced in the way that you really need it to be. There we go. So now if we go ahead and turn off that snap in there. There we go. How about we go ahead and do the rest of it numerically actually. Now I'm looking at it. Now I'm looking at it. Is that about right? Looks about right to me. Does that look alright to you? Dave, does that look alright to you? On the screen there. The lights. Dave says they look okay. Dave's been doing alright recently, for anyone who's been wondering. Like, a bit bored recently, Dave, because, you know, Christmas is so far away and he's had no toys to make. So, hopefully we can go ahead and give him something to do soon. You know, I don't know, maybe give him some black root to chew or something. That'll probably make him happy. Bit of grass, I don't know. Okay. So now that's in place. Should in theory be able to just rotate this a little bit. But as I said, the center point of these lights, completely wrong. Completely wrong in every single way. There we go. Yep, that's cool. That's cool. So we need to grab this kind of black line here. This black line that I'm currently adjusting. This is the... Is it the God rays? Yeah, I suppose it is the God rays, I suppose you could, but it's also kind of the cone of light, which the spotlight needs to follow. This will make sense a bit later. Alright, so... rotate this black line so it's looking kind of up the sign. And pull it a bit towards us. There we go. That's looking good. Any other vital components there? We've got another one of these black lines. Let's tell you the truth, we could probably just go ahead and delete that one. Just duplicate this one since it's already in the correct orientation, you know? Just like that. Bring it back a little bit. And now we need our actual light sources, don't we? These light sources are these light bulbs right here. And you can obviously get different kinds of light bulbs. You can get like omnidirectional light bulbs. You can get spotlights, all that kind of stuff. But these are just kind of generic, basic, oval ones, if I remember correctly. How about we go ahead, turn on the lighting engine. There we go. So now we can kind of see... Oh dear. It really slows down and lags when you turn on the lighting engine inside the creation kit. But now we can go ahead and see what the sign will look like at night time. Or what even what it looks like at daytime, I suppose, technically, because the lights will always be on. We can pull this one out a bit. There we go. That's looking alright, isn't it? That's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and turn those lights off again. Give it back some of the frames that it was so lacking. But where's the spotlight gone? That's what I want to know. There should be a spotlight associated with this as well. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and ungroup this one here. Because we actually made a bunch, obviously, in the last stream. Yes, ungroup those. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to go ahead and grab one of them here. So this is now the same light source as we've got on the other ones. Put like one there. And another one to go ahead and line up with the thingy-me-bob. With the other black line. There we go. Now let's turn on the in-game lighting engine. There we go. That's looking alright. That's looking alright. Excellent. Even better. Even better. See, now we've got those kind of cones of light going off the side of it, you know? And if you make sure you get lots of different varieties in the posters and stuff like that, it'll look really nice. It'll look really nice. There actually are mods which kind of do a similar thing already, but this is obviously done in the creator kit ourselves. Alrighty. So. Okie dokie, so what else are people saying then? Scotsman Game says, turn Red Rocket into a safe house, like the one in Payday 2. It would be really cool. You know what, actually? You know what? I was actually playing some Payday 2 the other day because they released a VR patch for Payday 2. And I was actually playing that. It was very strange, actually. I really don't like Payday 2 too much. I found it quite boring. But it was kind of cool to play it in VR. You know, it was a bit different. And, the masks actually look quite scary in VR, believe it or not. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what other signs we've got, you know. Let's make this a really big one, seeing as... a really good one, sorry. Seeing as it is right at the forefront. You should see this as you enter Diamond City. So let's get one that looks kind of cool. What about, this one here? I don't think we used this one, have we? Oh, no, we haven't used that one. Hey, it's late to the Fallout again. It's late to the Fallout in the chat, by the way. I want to know. I want to know. Okay. Fallout 4 Boy 1 says, Final, could you Bendy and the Ink Machine? Or could I play Bendy and the Ink Machine? I don't know. Because not only there are a lot of people who are kind of already going ahead and doing lots of good content on Bendy and the Ink Machine, but with games like that, I prefer to wait till they're all out. Because, you know, it's an episodic game, isn't it? I'd rather wait until they're all released, frankly. But maybe that's just me. How much are they? I know, is it Chapter 4? Was released today, wasn't it? Chapter 4 was released today. Okay, so I just went ahead and deleted those signs there because I realized I've got all of these lights and stuff like that, and I would have to go ahead and add all these light sources again on all 4 of those signs. Unless I go ahead and group all of these together now and then just add them again, you know. So let's go ahead and group these together. Let's call it Mast Billboard is the name of the group. Not that you can see that because it's behind my face cam. There you go, just name of the group right there. Mast Billboard. I massed you billboards. So now, those are all grouped together. Sweet. Now we can go ahead and rotate them again. Go ahead and turn on our angle snap in. Which I always have my angle snap in set to 45 degrees. If anyone is curious, some people like to have 10, some people like to have 90. I like to have a 45. So, raise it up a tad like that. There we go. That's alright. I don't necessarily want them to be Or do I want them? That's kind of cool, I suppose. You know, the way they kind of intersect a little bit there. You know, overlapping each other slightly. That looks kind of cool. It makes it look like they generally are attached to each other. So now we've got those two. In theory, we can just do this. Ah, yes, indeed we can, Grommets. We are the smarty poopers. No, smarty pants. Not smarty poopers. Well, we're clearly not very smart. There we go, right there. Go ahead and close the gap. Raise it up a tad. Why is it coming out lower, I wonder? I guess the center point is slightly offset. It would make sense with those lights and stuff, wouldn't it? Alright, so we got that there. That's pretty darn good. Can we go ahead and select all of these? Yeah, there we go. We can do all of them now. Oh, what was that right there? Oh my, gave me a heart attack right there. Luke Brooks has donated £1 through Super Chat. Luke Brooks! Luke Brooks! Luke Brooks! Everyone go ahead and chant Luke Brooks in the chat for going ahead and donating £1 via the Super Chat. That is fantastic. Thanks very much, Luke Brooks. You are our first donator today. That's something to go ahead and mention as well, actually. These streams are entirely ad-free, so therefore we entirely rely on donations to do these streams. So if you want to go ahead and send in a donation, feel free to do that. We have the Super Chat open, which is the little dollar symbol, just in the chat, as you should be able to see, especially if you're watching on YouTube Gaming. Also in the description, we have a donate link, which links to PayPal, and we also have links to the Patreon, or, good news people, you can sponsor the channel. If you're currently a sponsor, I need your advice here. Because YouTube has just given me the ability to add sponsor loyalty badges, so that not only will it show that you're a sponsor, it will show how long you have been a sponsor with like a special image. But we can design that image. What should we do? You know, it's for like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, etc. I was thinking like maybe have like a vault door with like a 1 for like vault for like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, that kind of thing. But do you guys have any ideas what would be a cool, you know, loyalty badge thing right there? Let me know, let me know. And obviously sponsors can go ahead and do that. A lot of you will already have them done. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and group these again, aren't we? We're going to go ahead and group these again. Multiple groups selected. Select a maximum of 1 group and try again. God damn it. Okay, so we can't go ahead and group all 4 together then. Never mind. We can just go ahead and duplicate them, can't we? So we got... Oh dear. Nelly, Nelly, Nelly. Let's go ahead and try to get it as centered as possible, because it probably isn't centered, is it? Put the mass right in the middle there. It's pretty centered, but tiny bit of adjustment right there. Sweet. And now we've got that. We need to have some kind of some kind of generic metal in the middle, don't we? How about we go to what shall we type in? Not a grid. That's kind of obvious, isn't it? What about like a wooden pallet or something? No, that's a bit too... No, let's just try greeb. Greeb is just kind of random bits of metal, random chunks of metal that you can go ahead and use to basically put on walls and stuff like that. Go ahead and make it look a bit different. See, like right there, let's just whack an antenna on that. Why not? Has no functional purpose whatsoever, but let's put it there anyway, because rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Grebe cluster. Greaves might be the wrong thing I'm looking for, actually. They're great for walls, but not really what I'm after here. Well, not even a texture on that one. Pipe? Maybe just a little pipe. Just a wee bit of little pipe, mate. Just an individual pipe. Oh, I know what we could use. I know what we could use. Where is it? Where is it? If we can find one of our support structures. It's one of our support structures. Go ahead and grab this. We can go ahead and use this. Alright, so let's bring this up here. This is actually something I made obviously earlier for the support beams. But it should actually suffice here as well. We can go ahead, rotate this like that. Scale it up a bit, of course. There you go. Get it to the right size. You see, recycling, people. Recycling. Let's go ahead, push this a bit that way. How's that? And lower it down. It is only 2D, that, but it's okay for if you're looking down, or looking up, I should say, directly up it. Should kind of give the illusion that there actually is a way to connect it to the mast. That way. Maybe make it a bit bigger. Make it a bit bigger. There we go, right there. Sweet. So that is our little billboard thing done. And we can go ahead and change all the images and stuff like that. What are the people saying then? Let's go ahead and see what's there. Joke R says, skooma didn't help, did it? Skooma never helps with anything, buddy. Never helps at all. Unless you need to run really, really fast. Have you seen that video someone did ages and ages ago? When someone took like 1,000 bottles of skooma in Skyrim and then just killed everyone. And it took like 20 minutes to kill everyone in the game. We're just running so fast. Funny video. Wolfpack Gamer 92 says, I'm a new subscriber and I've been watching a couple of your videos and I think you're awesome. You should keep on doing this stuff. I like your bit of a mod series. Keep up the good work. Oh, that's awesome, Wolfpack Gamer. Thanks very much. Everyone go ahead and welcome Wolfpack Gamer to the fantastic community. We're all friendly here. So go ahead and say hello, everyone. So we can go ahead and make some new friends. Now, let's go ahead and change some of these billboards around because we can go ahead and change their change the images, of course. We don't want to just have the same image again and again and again. Again and again and again. Express yourself! What's this? Hospital Boscom. Oh, got like little handy units and stuff like that. That's cool. That's cool. How about this one here then? Oh, it's going to be annoying, isn't it, to go ahead and select all of these ones individually while they're still in a group. Yeah, just change it. It doesn't matter if we've seen the same image before. Really doesn't matter. Because you see the same billboards around the game anyway, don't you? And for the next one, let's go with Tortoise Ghosted. What's that? Boston Bugle. Oh, okay, cool. I'll work with the Boston Bugle. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a suggestion from I'm sorry, I don't remember who said it because it was quite a while ago. It was quite a while ago when someone suggested it. It was in a Cordless's Discord server. Someone suggested I should go on a tour of all of the locations of Fallout 4 in Google Earth VR, because obviously I've got the HTC Vive down here, so I could go ahead and go to Fenway Park where Diamond City is and go look around in VR, and like Bunker Hill and the castle, what's it called, Fort Independence. I could go ahead and go to all these places and we could do like a virtual tour video. What do you think about that? Do you think that'd be cool? Do you think that'd be cool? Cal3B17115 says, I found your channel on a mod page for Kellogg's House just recently. Did you like the mod, buddy? That's still probably my favourite mod I've done so far, the Kellogg's House one. I don't know what it is about that one, but there's something I really, really like about that mod. I think it's because it's got like some cool scripting in it, it's got some really nice lighting in it. You know, the secret room in particular has got some really nice lighting on it. In fact, for my tablet, if I go ahead and pull up my OBS right here, the wallpaper on my tablet is a screenshot from that mod page, because I just really, really like the way the lighting looks in that. It's so cool. Okay. Doesn't really matter too much what designs we have, as I've already mentioned, as long as they're all not directly the same as each other. You know, we can't just copy and paste exactly. Just kind of pick a random one and then we should be fine. There we got like some Slocum Joe's thing. I never got the Slocum Joe's workshop mod of the Creation Club. I probably should at some point. I don't really mind the Creation Club too much, but at the same time I don't want to spend too much money on it, seeing as I've already got really good mods on PC. Does that make sense? It seems like a weird thing to try to, especially try to convince a PC player to go ahead and invest in. And we had that one on the upper section, didn't we? Let's go ahead and change it to a different one, seeing as we've got that one on the same mast. We don't want it on the same mast, you know? Well, that Red Rockets one. Oh, we've even got that one as well. Who's going to be our next donator today then, people? That's what I want to know. It's the last day of the month. So how about we go ahead and get some fantastic donations in for the last stream of the month? Oh, that's a cool one. We haven't used that one before, have we? What's that one? Super Duper Mart. Sweet, sweet. So that's that one right there. What I normally want to do... let me just look at it here, actually. Yeah, I think that's alright. I think that's alright. We could probably go ahead and maybe add some cables or something. Going up towards the very top of the mast as well. We'll decide on that later. We'll decide on that later. Because what I want to do is go take a look at this in-game. I know we normally wait an hour or so. We normally wait till we're halfway through the stream before we take a look at stuff in-game. But I really want to know, does this look okay in-game? Before I start before I make like 9 of these, I want to know, does it look okay in game? So let's go ahead and take a look. I think it's a good idea to go ahead and do that. Vindicator Win says that they would love the idea of going to check out the places in VR. That's cool. Joke R says going to the Boston Public Library would be cool in VR. I can only go as far as Google Street View goes, but I think it would be cool. I think it would be very cool. What else is there? Luke Brooks says, oh dear, what was that notification right there? We have got Vindicator Win donating £1 through Super Chat. Win, 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 win. Everyone go ahead and chant Vindicator Win in the chat for going ahead and donating £1 by the Super Chat. That is absolutely fantastic, buddy. Thanks for doing that, buddy. That is brilliant. That is £2 so far. Who's going to be our next donator? We've got 2 names on the board right there. The first 2 names on the top board, as you can see there, they're from the last stream. And speaking of which, speaking of donations and stuff, how about I also go ahead and get the old Patreon name scrolling across as well? Why aren't any of these looping for some reason? That's what I want to know. Go ahead and get the Patreon people scrolling across. The Patreon people are different to regular donators. The Patreon people pay monthly directly to finance the actual production of the video. So i.e. they pay for the internet and they pay for the editing software, which I actually paid for today. So thank you very much to all the people who support the Patreon. You guys can go ahead and support that as well. I need to actually think of some rewards and stuff for that, don't I? Because right now I just say just $1 is enough and you get your name scrolling here. But if I could think of some other things, I'll definitely go ahead and do that. One caveat to that though is I don't want to do exclusive videos. You know what I mean? I want the videos to be appreciated by everybody, or as many people as possible. Okie dokie, so yeah, people going ahead and chanting Vindicator Win. That's exactly what it's saying. We need to go ahead and get everybody chanted whenever they're doing it. We need to let people know that they are appreciated. Ryan Morton says, I'm having problems with unlocked vanilla settlement objects. It is conflicting with all vanilla objects. Can anyone help and provide advice? Generally speaking, it's very hard to provide advice. Let me go ahead and grab the controller here. It's very hard to go ahead and do that because we don't know all the mods you've got. But I'm sure someone has got a similar problem. Okie dokie. What else are people saying then? Sean Roberts says, I can't donate right now, but if I get this job I'm about to interview for, I'll donate next stream. Ooh, what's your interview for, buddy? What's your interview for? Is it exciting? Tell us all about it, Robert. Tell us all about it, Sean. We want to know about your job interview. I'm sure it'll go well, though. I'm sure it'll go well. And that's another thing that people say as well, is that they say, I can't really donate right now, but I would love to. A really good thing to do if that's the case is to say donate towards the Patreon. Because obviously then the money comes out at the end of the month. So you might not have money right now, but you will have money in a month's time. Then you can go ahead and support the Patreon, you know what I'm saying? Same for the sponsorships as well. As I said, we need to know what kind of ideas we want for the fantastic little emoji buttons, which will show how long someone is sponsored for. Again, I'm thinking I want to head and go and do a vault door. I think that would be the simplest one to do, and it would be kind of appropriate, I think. But if someone comes up with a better idea, I'm all for it. We could also do like the caps. As you can see, Craig's Carrot in the chat right there has just gone ahead and done the donate symbol, which is the donate emoji, you know, which is the little cap from Fallout Shelter. We could do something similar to that with a number to show how many months you guys have been sponsored to the channel. Alright, so turn the music back on there, really. Okay, so Wolfpack Gamer 92 says, will this mod you're doing be on PlayStation 4? Just to build mod? It will be available on all systems, buddy. Or at least that's the plan. Anyway, it's going to take a long time to optimize it for PlayStation 4, but I do have a PlayStation 4 version of the game, which is actually sitting right here. So I will be able to go ahead and test it. And not if I always really liked PlayStation. Oh dear. Well, it was nice to go ahead and play the game with, shall I say, less mods? That's probably the easiest way to say it. It was kind of a challenge to go ahead and build that way again. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn this rain off, because I can't hear anything. And it's nighttime right now. Oh man, that looks cool. Looks real cool, looks real cool. Oh yeah, we need to sort out the nav meshing with this lift. As you can see, little girl right here, Nina Rodriguez, is just running into it. We'll have to go ahead and sort out the nav mesh in there. Let's go and take a look at that thing. Yeah, that looks cool, doesn't it? As you can see, right there in the distance, you can see the billboard.
Diamond City security being unhelpful.
What about I go ahead and actually go right to the back? Go right to the back of the actual city. See, can I see it from here? Yeah, you can totally see the billboard from here. You know, on the little radio tower. It's right there, dead center of the screen. Looks pretty cool, that does, doesn't it? Looks pretty cool indeed. What else is there? Wolfpack also says, but is DLC required? No, we don't plan to use any DLC. Because I was very tempted, since this is a big mod, to go ahead and make my own textures and stuff like that. So many people do that. But I really like the idea of everyone being able to use it. You know what I mean? Okay. So now, also I want to show you guys the elevator, which now works.
I'm gonna start thinking yours.
You think the top brass want us out here as a goodwill effort?
See, look, the elevator's working. Loving an elevator, loving it up when I'm going down. Oh yeah, that's cool as he's starting to raise up in the city. Yeah, haha. I like it, it looks cool. I do need to adjust this part here. Let's go ahead and change the time of day as well so we can actually see what's going on. Set game hour to 11. That'll work? Alright. Set J hour. Set game hour to 11. There we go. With the elevator, as I said, I'll have to start the nav mission around the elevator so people don't walk into it. Oh no, Warwick Homestead got attacked. Oh well. And I also need to raise it up a bit here. As you can see, it's actually intersecting with the flooring. We only need to raise it like an inch or two, but it is something we do need to do. And yeah, there's the little billboard over there. Of a little billboard collection, so to say. Go ahead and head over there. Pass the water treatment plant. Yeah, that looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah, I like it. I think it's very cool. And from the top, yeah, it looks alright. That actually looks like it's connected as well. Cool, I like it, I like it. Okay, so now that's done, let's go ahead and jump out of it and go back to the Crazy Kid. Now we're happy with that, or at least I'm happy with it. I'm okay with going ahead and copy and pasting that same idea to all the maps around the city. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to spend the entire stream doing that only to then look at it in game and go, I don't really like it. It's like, ooh, I don't know. It's what they call a teeth dryer. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah. Fantastic stuff. Hey? Oh yeah, just Bethesda.net wants in permission to access. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, so what are people saying? Jack Plays Games says, hey, what's this mod? What is this mod gonna be? I don't think I know what you mean, buddy. Just tell you some information. It is a mod of Diamond City. It is kind of an extension of Diamond City, available on all systems and requires no DLC. So that's what the mod's going to be. That's probably the easiest way to say it. Let's go ahead and load it up now. So Diamond City, Diamond City. There we go. Diamond City right there. Boop. Excellent stuff. What's the people saying then? Jack Plays Games says, are the billboards going to be on the PlayStation mod? It's all going to be on the PlayStation mod as well, because there's no external assets here. So it's all going to be in there. So don't worry about that, buddy. The Soviet Bopkins says, add a small motel. We don't have a motel, but we do have some apartments, which does kind of look like a motel. You'll see what I mean. We'll go take a look at it just to show you when we load it up. It does take a while to load, but we do have apartments which looks very similar to a motel. It's that kind of design of like a pop-in motel. Laura Elcher says, Final Render, do you mind if the lift goes up through the string of the lights, or is it easy to ignore? Personally, I don't mind. Well, it's easy to fix as well, I suppose. It's not really the end of the world, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. And Soviet Bobkin says, render, render, render. Yes, buddy, what is it? And Fair Van Durzen says, I can't believe you're already at part 27. I can. It's taken forever to get to part 27. It's a huge part. And all these parts are 2 hours each. So what's that? It's over 50 hours worth. Over 50 hours worth. Charlie Tiger 45 Diamond Kid 108 says, basically making Diamond City more of a reason to stay there, lol. Well, we're trying to make it look a bit different, you know. We're trying to make it look a bit more interesting, I suppose, really. Because Diamond City, it's good. It is good. But it's just very flat, you know. You can go up to like to some upper levels and stuff, but for the most part, it's just a bit flat. So we're giving it some height, you know what I mean? Jack Plays Games says, do you have Discord and could I be a moderator? We don't need any moderators, buddy, but we do have a Discord. You should be able to find a link to the Discord in the description of the stream, so you can go ahead and join the Discord there. Lots of fun people there. Same for all of you. Same for all of you. You can go ahead and join it. Wolfpack Gamer 92 says, how big would Smog be for the PlayStation 4 when you need it? How big would a Smog be? What do you mean, how big would a mod be? I honestly don't know how big this is going to be. Since it doesn't have any external assets, in theory, it won't actually be that big. It's only the mods which have external assets, which are really big. So, it might be like, Actually, no, I'm not going to guess. I'm not going to throw out estimates because honestly, I have no idea. I can tell you how big it is so far. I could tell you how big it is right now, but I don't know how big it will be when it's finished, you know, because we obviously are going to add more. Because I'm curious about this as well, actually, now you've mentioned it. Let's go to my Steam section, where all my mods are installed and stuff. Actually, I have all my games set on a separate hard drive, and I do need to upgrade it. I'm thinking of, I don't know what to do, guys. It's like, do I want to go ahead and get myself an SSD to put Windows and all my editing software on, or do I just want to get a really big hard drive so I don't have to worry about deleting stuff all the time? You know what I mean? Because I do have to delete stuff quite a lot, especially video projects. Alright, so yeah, just gotta find out how big this mod is here. Might as well go ahead and show you what I'm doing here. Alright, so where is it? It is in Fallout, isn't it? Fallout right there. And it is in the data folder. This is when we see all the mods. Yep, all the mods installed, yada yada yada, and all the stuff that the Creation Club throws on there. Alright, so Diamond City. I think it's just called Diamond City, yeah. Right now, it is 383 kilobytes. Because there's no external assets in there. So, kind of gives you an idea of the sizes we're working with. Very small, if you're not using external assets. Because obviously, most of the memory gets put onto things like textures, sounds, models, stuff like that. So if there's none of that, if they're already in the base game, it's just placement markers, basically. Ryan Morton says, for that icon, what about a Dr. Pepper bottle with a number on the label? Maybe? Because we're only allowed a 32 by 32 kilobyte or 32 by 32 pixel square. So that might be a bit too big. It needs to be quite a simple shape. That's why I thought the Volt symbol. But anything like that, anything which is kind of, you know, circular, well, I think would be really good. Like a bottle cap, for example. It could be a Dr. Pepper bottle cap. They used to come out in bottles. Oh, so the Lone Ranger says, the future is an eclipse. It's dark, but not for long. That's poetic. And the Soviet Bootkin says, do you play Counter-Strike? I haven't played Counter-Strike in quite a long time, but I have played a lot of Counter-Strike. However, 4 days ago, I uploaded a video of a game called Pavlov, which is Counter-Strike in VR. No joke, it's the same maps and everything. I was playing on Mirage and Dust 2 in VR. It was awesome. Go check it out. It's got all the same rules and all the same guns as Counter-Strike 2. Except it was in VR. Really cool, really fun. I'm starting to get better at it as well, which is amazing. Okay, so the mod is loaded now. The mod is loaded now. How about I go ahead, activate my layer right here, and also go ahead and turn off the old Christmas layer. Fantastic. So we know we like the idea of the billboards. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. How about I go ahead and quickly check the Twitter as well. Let's go ahead and check the Twitter while we are going ahead and getting ready to start this. Okay, so remember, you can send in your selfies of you guys enjoying the live stream and your messages to the Final Render Twitter. That is final_render on Twitter. Let's go ahead and see what we have got. Oh, we do have some here. Let's go ahead and take a look. There we go. We have got Kyle right here who says, spaghetti, spaghetti. Somebody touch my spaghetti. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. And we have also got Halfway Lambda says, by the way, what like when you play? What like really speak? Oh, that was actually someone responding to a comment completely separate to this. I was responding to the War Owl. Speaking of Counter-Strike, I was responding to the War Owl. Oh, Vindicator Win, your exam timetable. Oh dear, let's take a look at the exam timetable. Take a look at Vindicator Win's timetable. 14th of May, Computer Science and Religious Studies. Oh, RE. RE is an easy one. RE is an easy one. Okay, what else is there? French listening. Oh, you did French. I did German. I did German on my one. Okay, okay. And biology, combined science. Yeah, there's some easy ones in that first little period there, in that first little week. But there's also the science ones and the French ones. They're a bit annoying, but hey, don't worry about it, buddy, okay? As someone who did it, as someone who did my exams, and worried about it to a degree, do a little bit of studying, okay? And you'll be fine, okay? You probably know a lot of it already. You know what I mean? You'll be fine, buddy. You'll be fine. So now, since we know we like this, let's go ahead and grab all of these. And we'll do the same for the bottom ones. We'll have the 2 sets on each. Let's start finding these radio towers. Remember, we built these radio towers to act as support beams for the suspension cable system of this entire city. Because we try to be clever with it. It's not just metal supports holding it up. We also have a suspension bridge system. Well, not a suspension bridge system. A suspension system. Which has cables going to hard points around the entire perimeter of Fenway Park, of Diamond City. So therefore, this place is anchored to lots of different spots around the stadium. Meaning that the weight is kind of evenly distributed across the entire cable network. Not just resting entirely on the metal support beams. It's why, you know, it's basically a very good way to support something very heavy when you don't have much space. And that's why bridges do it, you know, because obviously a bridge doesn't actually have much space to anchor to, because typically speaking there isn't anything underneath to anchor it to. So suspension bridges work really well. Very cost effective, very, very strong. Okay, so there's that one right there. Let's go ahead and change up some of the signs yet again. And we don't have too many options for the billboards and stuff. Oh, that's a cool one. Look at that. It's a little car, isn't it? It's like one of them Jetsons cars. And we can keep some of them the same and stuff like that. We just can't necessarily have them in the same order. What's that? Hubris Comics. Hubris Comics. Oh, yes. Very dangerous place in game, Hubris Comics. Be careful if you go there. I'm sure you'll want to go there if you're doing the Silver Shroud quest. Or if you just want to go ahead and get Grognak's axe. A bowling alley right there. And we'll leave that one there. Okie dokie. And I do have a plan for billboards at the very back of the city as well. The very back of the city we are going to do some... Actually, we just had that billboard, didn't we? We are going to do a different style of billboard. It's probably going to be the same kind of advertisers. But it's going to be a different kind of billboard on big stands. You know, that's the symbol for stands. This one right here. You know, if you see someone who's doing signing on the telly, this is the symbol for stands, okay? It's true, that. It's true. Google it. And yeah, we can go ahead and have that same one as well. Oh, actually, I'm noticing something here. This one actually isn't in the center, but the other one is. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder why one was correct. Maybe one of them isn't correct. This one definitely right. No, it's not. It's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not in line at all. Alright. We've got to be careful to get it lined up once. Remember, measure twice, cut once. Or whatever it was that Genji said in Overwatch. Measure twice, cut once. I need to play some more Overwatch. I was talking about it with some people earlier today. Need to go ahead and play some more Overwatch. Oh no, it was yesterday, wasn't it? I was streaming with Lone Vote Wanderer doing his charity stream. Next time he streams, you should definitely go ahead and check it out. Raising money for charity. And then able to go ahead and have some fun playing Fortnite. But we were talking we should play some Overwatch. That'd be cool. I'd like to do that. Okie dokie. What else are people saying then? What else are people saying then? Theo Van Durzen says, Render should make an audio book. I could listen to his voice all day. What book would I read though? That's the question. So, get a little conversation going in the chat. What book would I read as an audio book? Oh, I know why. I know why it wasn't even. Because this radio tower isn't even. That's alright. That's alright. Ooh, yeah, wrong. I'll tell you what though. If I wrote a book and I was going to have someone narrate it as an audiobook, there's two people I would choose to narrate it. It would either be 1, Owen Wilson, or 2, Snoop Dogg. One of those two. Because, you know, Snoop Dogg is just, you know, Snoop Dogg's got a beautiful voice, man. It's got a beautiful voice. And then, of course, there's, you know, wow. Owen Wilson just goes, wow. 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 Is there like a video which is a compilation of Owen Wilson wows? Surely there is one, because he seems to say wow a lot in his characters. Wow. I did see at one point, I did see a compilation of every Arnold Schwarzenegger scream and grunt. It was like 20 minutes long of just for like 20 minutes. It was fantastic. Really loved that. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. Freaking brilliant. Okay. So yeah, we need to go ahead and adjust for lower ones. I guess these radio towers aren't actually 100% straight. I honestly thought they were. But I guess, you know, they are bending a little bit. Oh yeah, not too surprised. It's fairly flimsy metal, but it is what it is. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Can someone make a mod where the starting videos for the Starlight Driving on the TVs for PS4? I don't think you can on PlayStation 4, can you? Yeah, you might be able to do a replacement, I suppose, but I think the intro is actually a video file, so maybe not, actually. Okay, what else is there? Wolfpack Gamer 92 says, I now gotta go, so enjoy your lives. Yeah, so enjoy your life and stream. Sorry I can't stick to the rest of it. Have a good day. Everyone say goodbye to Wolfpack, everyone. Everyone say goodbye to Wolfpack Gamer. Hopefully you can join us for another stream, buddy. Hopefully you can join us again soon. Okay, dokie. And Vindicator Win says share spike. Is it time for the share spike? Oh, indeed it is. It is 1 hour into the stream, so we got to get another share spike going. Boom! Let's go ahead and get the share spike going since we are halfway through the stream. Good call, buddy. Good call indeed. Oh, my. Golly gosh. Okay, dokie. So let's get the share spike going. So, yeah. If you're watching the stream, you need to go ahead and share the stream. That's how the share spike works. Alrighty. So, we are adding some great, let's say great illuminated billboards to Diamond City. Come check it out. And that's not how you spell illuminated. There we go. Boom. My part of the share spike is done. You guys got to go ahead and do the same. You got to go ahead and share it on Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever it is that you guys go ahead and enjoy. For your social media, pick your poison of social media. Go ahead and share it on that so we can get as many people watching the live stream as possible. As many as possible. What I need to do. This is something that Lone actually did doing his live stream of Fortnite. Yeah, the cherry one I was just talking about. He actually was playing the music from the Fallout 4 soundtrack. I should probably do that. Because right now I've got all the music I edit my videos to. Which is appropriate because, you know, it's what I edit the videos to. But maybe I should go ahead and see if I can get some of this Fallout 4 soundtracks to listen to, you know? Maybe get like Atom Bomb Baby or something. That's my favorite one. Atom Bomb Baby, I love us all. Oh, by the way, oh yes. We already decided every time I sing on stream, it is an instant cringe alarm right there. Change as many of these billboards as possible. Because obviously if we were working with external assets, we could add any picture we wanted of these billboards, any at all. But then it wouldn't be available on the PlayStation 4. I think I say it every stream, but there was a time when I was just like, make it so you need every single DLC and stuff. Oh, I don't mind, you know, just go ahead and download the mod if you can. If you can't, oh well, never mind, buy the DLC. But now I'm like, you know what, let's try to avoid using DLC. Let's try to get as many people enjoying it as possible. Oh, I love this little track here as well, this little music track. Reminds me of MASH. You ever seen the show MASH? You know, Alan Alda said during the Korean War, which just ended! The Korean War was just ended. Fancy that. It only took you like 60 years, didn't it? Alright, so. We've had that one quite a few times on these smaller ones. Let's go ahead and change that. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. But yeah, you know, I think I will do that video on touring the places in of Boston in VR. I think that'd be cool. Because I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go. It's too far away. I can't just pop down to Boston, you know. But maybe we could go ahead and do that. All right. So, are there any other masts, or is that all the masts? That might be all the masts. You know, we didn't actually have many. We got 1, 2 there. Yeah. And we had 1 there, which is already done. Yeah, that's all the masts done. Sweet. Okay, that's all the masts done. So now we've got to go ahead and do the other idea for billboards, which was back here. I want to have a huge tower of billboards. I want to have more billboards than you can imagine. What are the people saying? Joke R says, I never found Diamond City safe as a raider. Could just shoot a fat man into the city. Well, yeah, true. But there is also security on the outside of Diamond City, isn't there? I like to imagine there's patrols all around Diamond City at the same time. So the odds of people getting in there are small. But to tell you the truth, nowhere in the world of Fallout 4 is truly safe, is it? You know, nowhere's truly safe. What else is there? Lone Ranger says he could beat up the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Oh man, I hated that track. That one music track ruined, absolutely ruined New Vegas radio for me. I couldn't listen to the radios because that song was played so much on the radios. I always insist on listening to my own music when playing New Vegas. Oh yeah, by the way, new rumour going around. Well, it's not even a rumour because there's no evidence to support it really. But there are people speculating that the big, the big reveal at the E3 that Bethesda Game Studios have been working on could in theory be a remake of Fallout 3. Because this year, 2018, is the 10-year anniversary of Fallout 3. So, they could do that. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Or other ideas people were having was possibly at E3 they could be teasing ports of the original Fallout games on Nintendo Switch. That would be a cool thing. But what I would like to see, I'd like to see the original games on tablet. Because you actually could do the first two, well technically first 3 games on a tablet. So why not? Why not? Okay, this was the idea I had for the back. I wanted to have lots of billboards and stuff like that at the back. But make them big. Make them pretty big. Like that. What I would really like to do is go ahead and have like the baseball scoreboard. But obviously that's part of the wall, isn't it? That's the scoreboard down there. But I really can't do that because that's actually part of the wall. And not only that, of course, but they'd only have 1 at the stadium, wouldn't they? Maybe 2, I don't know, so everyone could see it. I don't know, never played baseball. Have I not? No, never played baseball. I played the British equivalent, which is rounders, I suppose. But, is it really? It's probably the closest thing to it, I suppose, rounders. Pretty much the same thing, except smaller bat. Smaller bat. Okay, so we can't use this billboard, actually, because there's no textures on that billboard. Let's go ahead and swap this to billboard SM2. Swap it around to billboard SM2 using the replace function. There we go. So does this have textures on it now? No, it doesn't. Oh, wow. Wow. Let's go ahead and see if we can find a different set of billboards then. Billboard base extended, billboard extender. We could make our own one. I don't want to do that. Oh, we just got all the base textures and stuff. I'm glad I found that. I'll need that later, actually. I want to go ahead and put these on the buildings themselves. Go ahead and give them a bit of life. But those are just flat images, aren't they? So what's that there? That's a cool one. That's a different one. What about this custom billboard? Ooh, that one's got like spiky up bits. So this one works for the bowling alley, does it? Oh, it's already got the thing there. Yeah, let's have that. That looks pretty cool. And the idea is to give the place some height. I want to give the place some height. So you should, in theory, be able to see this billboard all the way at the back of the city. Because this is a huge billboard and it's very high up. It's probably about 100 foot in the air. So you should be able to see it. Vindicator Win says, anyone seen the sky in the UK? Yeah, I've seen it before. Why, does it look pretty or something right now? Or is it like full of nukes or something like that? Joke R says, have you seen Infinity War? I have not seen Infinity War. In fact, I haven't even seen the second Avengers. In fact, I haven't seen any of the kind of Marvel superhero movies after the first Avenger movie. I was literally just like, yeah, saw the Avengers. I'm done now. I don't need to see anymore. I'm okay with not watching anymore. And I've been okay with that. Oh, actually, no, I tell a lie. I did watch Iron Man 3 and Thor 2. Thor 2 really wasn't very good, was it? I've heard the third one is very good, though. So, that's alright. Because the first Thor was my favourite one. The first Thor movie was my favourite out of all the recent Marvel movies. But, nah. Didn't really like the second one too much. Alright, so we got that right there. I'm just trying to line up with the floor so it doesn't intersect with the flooring. Oh, gosh darn it. Gosh darn tiddly squat. And pull it back there. There we go. There we go. So we've got one billboard right there. Can we add any more? Do we really have the space? We can make the space artificially, I suppose. We could probably do that. We could go ahead and grab... We could go ahead and grab one of these here, which originally we used for... We originally put these here to have like a little extension for the guard towers, which we will be going ahead and adding guards to. And I've already decided, all the guards around Diamond City will be named after sponsors. I've decided that's going to be a thing we're going to do. So if you want to go ahead and be named after, if you want to have a guard named after you, go ahead and sponsor the stream. We'll go ahead and do that. If you don't know what sponsoring is basically kind of like, it's kind of like using your Twitch Prime, you know, when you actually, or subscribing on Twitch, I should say, when you go ahead and pay a small amount every month to keep your streams going. That's basically what YouTube sponsoring is. Let's go ahead and put those there. Now, how big, how wide do I need this to be? That's the question. I'm going to pull these across like that. Not bad, actually. Not bad. We're going to pull it back a bit. A bit to the left as well. Right, so raise that up. And now we can just move these two like this. There we go. Alright, so let's find a different... Oh dear. Let's find a different billboard to have next to it. Because we don't want the same one in the same... right next to each other. You know, that would be a bit of a waste of money to go ahead and have the same billboard right next to each other. You know what I mean? What's it there? Kimberly A says, I love Fallout 3, but I really wish Bethesda would give us a new game like Elder Scrolls 6. Well, you see, that's why I'm hoping for Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6, you know. But I wouldn't be too surprised if they also do consider, like, re-releasing the older games and stuff. Because it's obviously very popular, you know. Hey, if Sony can go ahead and re-release The Last of Us, like, 2 years after the original one came out, and God of War 3 for that matter, then yeah. Bethesda can go ahead and re-release Fallout 3. You know what I'm saying? But what else was there that did a similar thing? Tomb Raider did. Yeah, didn't it? Tomb Raider did. It actually released a new version. Oh, that's a really cool one. That's a really cool one. That Hubrix comic one with the Giddy Up Buttercup. There we go. There we go. I really like that. I really like that. That's a cool idea. I don't think it's lined up, though. No, it's not. It needs to come forward a little bit. Is this one lined up? Now I mention it. This one's a bit thicker, I think. It's closer, but it's still not lined up. There we go. There we go. So now, lights. We need lights on these. Lights, camera, and action. Here we go. Here we go. So, oh, I gotta work with the track lights again, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Alright, alright. So let's try to grab some that are already done. These ones right here, for example. Let's go ahead and ungroup this. Ungroup this. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. And also go ahead and enter our markers, of course, so we can go ahead and see what it is we're selecting. What are the people saying, though? What are the people saying? Lone Ranger says, can I be in the bar? Oh, we haven't even built the bar yet. But I've already said, we'll try to get as many of you guys in there as possible. However, I want it really to be a sponsor thing, you know? I want it to be a sponsor thing, because obviously I rely on donators and sponsors for these streams, so it'd be great to go ahead and give back to those guys by including them in the mod, you know? People who donate a lot, or people who sponsor, I think should get first dibs on being named after NPCs. Or the NPCs should be named after them, sorry. Alright, so we've got this. Right there, is that good? Almost. Yeah. There we go. Got the last bit. So now I've duplicated that. Let's go ahead and bring it up. So we can go ahead and throw it up on our new signs right at the back of Diamond City. They're pretty big signs, aren't they? They really are. Alright. You really get a sense of a scale when you zoom up really high as well. You get a really good sense of a scale. Really good sense of a scale. What are the people saying then? Theo Van Durzen says, Rendo, when are you going to make the inside of the buildings? After we've done all the decoration and the NPCs. Which won't take as long as the building, you know. This is only, what, the third stream of decorating? Whereas the first 24 or something, they were the building. But decorating won't take anywhere near as long, people. But the interiors will be the last part. Because the interiors is kind of like a combination of all of it. You know, it's building and it's decorating. And I don't know how many interiors we'll have. We'll definitely have 3. Because, you know, we've got the little Church of Adam there. We've got the bar and casino area. And someone actually suggested that the player apartment should be in this 3rd floor here. I really like that idea. We can go ahead and do that. And the apartments, I don't know, maybe. Maybe we'll have 1 or 2. Okay. Is this even going to be big enough now I mention it? These lights aren't going to be big enough, are they? No way they're going to be big enough. What am I even doing? We need to go ahead and... we could probably go ahead and grab these lights that we used for our spotlights on the edge of the perimeter. You know, we've got these ones shining down on the lower city. Maybe we could use these. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's give it a go. Maybe we can actually have them on the roof of the buildings too. That would be kind of cool. So we got that light there. Is that all it is? I think that's all it is. Okay. Let's just go ahead and copy it. And we will paste it on there. There we go. We'll paste it onto a roof of the Church of Atom, which is kind of like a tall, kind of Japanese style building. I nearly said Akaviri right there, because that's obviously what the Akaviri architecture in Skyrim is based on. It's kind of based on Japanese art styles of construction. I think so. Anyway, is that Akaviri? I think so. I'm not as familiar with Skyrim lore. So, put this into here. So now, is this even working? Oh, it is working, but we'll definitely need to go ahead and adjust the old light source. Alright. How about we go ahead and rotate it a bit. Like that. So which is it that's doing it? It's that spotlight right there, isn't it? There's a spotlight right in the middle of that. Let's ungroup this and select our spotlight here. Just for spotlight though. That's a hard part. We've got to select only the spotlight, which is the cone one. And we got it there. We got it there. So now in theory, I think you can do this with lights. You can just scale them up the same way you'd scale any object. Let's rotate it around. It's starting to lag a little bit, actually. Does this work? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, we'll just have to move it back then. Inverse square law and all that. I'm also selecting the wrong light. That's why. There's your problem. Now, is this the correct one? Yes, this is the correct one. Alright. So now it is cheating a little bit. But in theory, we should just be able to pull this back. It doesn't work though, because it's so wide. It actually friggin' shines up on that. Let's just go ahead and get a new spotlight then. It doesn't have to go as far. Like those spotlights I was just trying to work with, those are the spotlights that are emitting from the Pridwin. So obviously they are exceptionally powerful. But they probably don't need to be anywhere near as powerful as that. Let's try these workshop ones. These are the ones which you could just use in the basic settlement mode. Are these powerful enough? I'm going to say no. But let's find out. Oh no, they're almost powerful enough. Almost powerful enough. We could just go ahead and make our own one, I suppose. Workshop turret spotlight. This is probably just the same level of brightness. Oh no, that's better. That is much better. Alright, so that's good. And now we need to angle it up a little bit. Not that much. Turn off the angle snap in there. I had the angle snap, and as I said, set to 45 degrees. So it just snaps up like that. Don't really want that. Want to have... pull it back a little bit. Raise it up a tad. Doesn't matter if it's cheating a little bit like that. Excellent. So now we get another one. Move it across here. Give it a rotation. Oh, no. Not like that. Turn off the center mass. Just like that. There we go. And lower the light down. Like that. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. Starting to believe it a bit now. Go a little closer like that. Yeah, there we go. And we'll have like one fake light at the top. Just so we can see the kind of top of the thing there. It's a fake light, but, you know, the game's full of fake lights. What can I say? They're literally everywhere. I want to say fake lights. I mean, there is a light source lighting something. A genuine light source. But it's not basically attached to a light bulb. It's not attached to a 3D model of some kind of light emitter. You know. So you look around for the light bulb or whatever and you don't see it anywhere. Okay, so for this one, for this next one of the bowling alley, Where are we going to position our lights for this one? We could put them on the radio tower. That might work, actually, yeah. Kind of gives the radio tower some purpose as well then, doesn't it? Because right now, it's just for show. It's radio tower, basically. I like to imagine that it does act as like a beacon for people to go ahead and find Diamond City. Because that's what these radio towers are in-game. You activate them, and then it shows up important locations on the minimap for you. It basically discovers locations for you. And you can find a couple of them scattered around the Commonwealth. What are the people saying though? What are the people saying though? Laura Elcher says, heading to kiddo school, time for final render on the road. Hey, you're goddamn right, but make sure you don't watch while you're driving. Make sure you don't watch while you're driving. That's very dangerous, that is. But hey, hopefully you have some fun when you get there. Thanks very much, Laura. See you in a moment. Okie dokie. Grab this one right here. Pull it up a bit like that. Alright, so for this actual light source, probably go ahead and lower them down a little bit actually, because right now they're just kind of getting the top. Or I could just go ahead and do more fake lights. Nothing wrong with fake lights, people. A lot of people look down on fake lights, saying that they ruin the immersion and stuff. So yeah, but you probably wouldn't have even noticed unless someone pointed out to you it's a fake light. Most of the time you don't. Okay, so now, that's saved. That saved. All the billboarding stuff is done, I believe. All the main ideas I had for billboards, anyway, are done. Let's go and take a look in-game, shall we? Let's go and take a look in-game. Oh, before I forget, somebody wanted to see the motel apartment thing, didn't they? It's down here. As you can see, these were designed to be apartments, which the player was originally going to have. But now we decided we're going to have it up there. So this is just kind of a little couple of homes there. But as you can see, it does kind of have that motel shape, doesn't it? You know, that kind of corner structure that's going on there. So, let's go take a look in game and see what is up. Let's go take a look in game. Okay, so Ryan Morton says, hello, Render. Render, for bit of a mod, you should do something in the director's quarters. Oh. Lost the screen there. Because the base game one is rubbish. PS, you the best. Oh, thanks, buddy. Director's quarters. What is, what's that? Do you mean the Institute? Is that what you're referring to? Never done anything in the Institute. I can't really think of anything I want to do in the Institute. Does that make sense? You're very limited to what you can do in the Institute. Because it's very easy to make something that doesn't look like the Institute anymore. But hey, is what it is, is what it is. What I would have preferred, this is going to sound a bit bad, but you know the railroad? I would rather the Institute looked more like the railroad, and they weren't deep underground. I'd rather they were like mad crackpot scientists, you know, somewhere with like giant Tesla coils and stuff. More like the Mechanist, actually. You remember the Mechanist in the Automatron DLC? When I was playing the game for the very first time, that's what I imagined the Institute would look like. But no, we got like the ultimate dystopian utopia. And yes, that does make sense. You know, it's so clean, it's actually bad. You know what I mean? Okay. So, Faye Van Dersen says, oh, you should make people talk about murders in the city. And if you break into one of the apartments, you can find a body and a note and pin it from a side slasher. Notice me. There are things we can do to do with lore and stuff like that. I don't know if we're going to do that during the NPC section. But we do need to put some lore stuff in there. You know, we've had ideas about, like, having a terminal to just kind of explain some of the stuff. But I do want to have, like, little subtle cues about things aren't quite right in this beautiful city. You know, everything looks so pretty and beautiful. Maybe something's a bit wrong with it, you know? Maybe have, like, the bar has lots of human meat or something in the fridge. I don't know, just weird stuff like that. You know, kind of like Andale and Fallout 3. Alright, Vindicator Win says, Twitter. Well, he's asking a question mark. I normally hate it when people ask me to check Twitter. But you know what? I will. Okay, seeing as we are loading right now. Well, we're not loading right now, are we? Go ahead and load up in a second. We also need to go ahead and actually get some footage of these billboards and stuff, don't we? So, let's go. Old Fallout 4 loading screen. Lovely loading screen. There we go. Okay, so, go ahead and look At some of the old Twitter. Vindicator Win says, massive congratulations. 2 final renders build in Diamond City, aka Fenway Park in Boston. Come spread the fun and laughter as we play. Chat and even help render. We are the happiest and funniest community on YouTube. Oh, thanks, buddy. That's awesome. That's a really nice thing to say. Happiest and funniest. That's awesome. What else have we got? Laura Ultra says, we are into hour 2 of a 2-hour stream. Not too late to come and support with emotional and hopefully financial to the fearless and festive final render. Lots to decorate left. Indeed it is. Thank you very much, Laura. Speaking of which, that is a good point. Who's going to be our next donator? We've had 2 donations so far of £1 each. That's obviously really not good. It is obviously the end of the month, so I understand if people don't have much money right now. But if you do and you're enjoying the live stream, consider throwing it this way. It really does help. It really does help indeed. Okay, so what was I saying? I need to freaking move this. Oh! It's a good point, actually. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see it really, but there's like scuff marks on my Vive controllers because I've been hitting the ceiling with them. I've really got to be careful with these HTC Vive controllers. But yeah, can you just see? Is the other one got it? But is he? Oh, there's a better chunk of it right there. But yeah, right there. There's like little white paint marks on the Vive controllers because I've been hitting the ceiling with them when playing games and stuff. In fact, I did it in the last well, not the last Vive video, because that was the Japanese waifu video I just uploaded. But the one before that, I did hit the ceiling. And, yeah. But I've got to be really careful. These things are like £150 each to replace. So don't break them. For God's sake, don't break them. I think they were under warranty, though. So that's alright. Okay, what else are people saying, then? What else are the people saying? Hamza Taha says, hey, guys. Hello there, buddy. And Vindicator Win says, final render fun facts. That's a good point. We'll have 1 final render fun fact. It's just loaded now, but we'll have 1 final render fun fact. I should really read them when it's loading more often. In the Sherlock Holmes stories, the first names of Moriarty and his brother are only mentioned once. Both are called James. James Moriarty. Oh, okay. And his brother. Maybe they were the same person. I don't know. Okay. Take a look at our billboards then. So, we like that one there. That's pretty cool. We know that one. Oh, starting game lag. Oh, by the way, you guys might be experiencing quite a lot of lag watching this, and that is because the game is being played back at 60 frames a second, whereas you are watching it at 30 frames. So it will look very laggy to you guys. Just keep that in mind. And not now, 8-bit Ryan. Get off the screen. Get off this screen. So yeah, we've got the old billboards right there. Yeah, they look good. I like them. That's really, really cool. And we should, yeah, we got 2 on each thing. Not bad. And the bill, oh wow, I like the big ones at the back. I like the big ones at the back. They look cool. But let's go ahead and move somewhere a bit further up. And let's get some actual footage of these things, shall we? So, going to be working the console commands. TFC turns on the free camera. And SUCSM, let's go with 5, controls for camera speed. So when you are working the joystick or keyboard to move the free camera, the number determines how fast it is. By default, it's 20, so 5 is quarter speed. That's kind of a nice speed if you can control it well. And TM turns off the menus, i.e. we don't want health bars and stuff on display. Okay, so. Oh yeah, haha. You see, I want this place to look big. I want this place to look big. So that's real cool. I really like that there's some nice height to that there. Here we go, here we go. So let's go ahead and try to get some nice shots of these ones here. See, this just adds such a huge amount of personality to the build. Because originally Diamond City, I like Diamond City. The people have personality and there's things like the noodle bar and stuff and the dugout inn. But the actual exterior doesn't actually have that much personality other than the noodle bar. But I think this extension really does make the place just look much more interesting, you know? Lots more colour, lots more signs, lots more interesting things going on. Which I really, really like. Okay, what else is there going on in the chat? Ryan Morton says, Render, I've just thought of the ultimate render book called Facts with Final Render or Final Facts. Final Facts would be a cool name for it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get like some more shots of these billboard parts. So yeah, the textures are actually not the best on these billboards. They're a little bit low res. Hey, is what it is what it is. I'm really not looking forward to optimizing this. I know I say it every time we stream, but I'm really not looking forward to the day when I need to start optimizing this mod to run smoothly. You know, like add in occlusion planes and stuff like that, and portals and stuff. I know the lights obviously aren't straight, but not only did we have huge problems with them, as you guys saw, but it's alright, I suppose. They can be a bit sloppy, you know? Especially speaking of Slocum Joes, you know? Go get yourself like a sloppy Joe. Is that what it's called, a sloppy Joe? It's just chili in a bun, isn't it? Or mincemeat in a bun. I don't know. And those big ones at the back. Look how the frame rate changes. We got, oh no, yucky, yucky frame rate. Yucky, yucky frame rate. Turn around, smooth frame rate. Because obviously there's not much 3D models right here. I definitely think the next investment for the channel is a new graphics card, people. Prices are starting to come down a bit now. ASIC cryptocurrency miners are becoming more popular rather than gaming graphics cards. So should be able to get a new graphics card soon, I guess. Oh, what was that right there? Kimberly A has donated $10 via Super Chat and says, things are looking sharp. You're goddamn right, Kimberly. Much like you, very sharp indeed. Kimberly, Kimberly, Kimberly. Everyone go ahead and chant Kimberly A in the chat for going ahead and donating $10 via the Super Chat. Thanks very much, Kimberly A. And I'm glad you liked the video we uploaded earlier. Yeah, thank you very much for that, Kimberly. That is really, really kind of you. Those billboards are real nice. I really like those billboards, especially the Hubrix Comics one. That's really cool. With the little cutout of the Giddy Up Buttercup. Something I'm confused about, by the way. The Giddy Up Buttercups, are they robots or are they just metal toys? Or originally, did they move around and stuff? You know, did they have a battery and a motor and stuff? You know, because I think that would be something you would see in Fallout. You know, like we've already got like Mr. Handies and stuff. Could you get like a little robot horse? And obviously, all little girls want a pet horse. All right, so let's go ahead and get some more shots of these bits here. Raise it up a bit. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'll probably film it tomorrow. I'll probably film that Fallout video tomorrow, where we go and look at all the locations in Boston in VR, because that'd be cool. Go ahead and see what they look like in real life, or at least what they looked like a few years ago in real life. You know, whenever the Google car went by. It's so weird, Google Earth, isn't it? The fact that it works. Absolutely amazing technology. Absolutely amazing technology. What does the people say in the chat? Everyone's going to chanting Kimberly, Kimberly, Kimberly. And Lone Ranger says, Kimberly A, great work. It's for a good cause. Oh, thanks, mate. I'm glad you think that this mod is a good cause. It's only the biggest mod I've ever done. Anyways. I do like the mass thing, yeah. It definitely makes it look a bit different. But we could probably add more cables going across, couldn't we? I don't know if I'm overthinking it, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm overthinking it. But I would like to see more cables going across, you know? What are the people saying then? Lone Ranger says, you can giddy up Buttercup today for $999. $1,000 for a giddy up Buttercup. Really? Wow. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Ryan Morton says, maybe there's a giddy up Buttercups are a bit like Buckaroo. Maybe. Maybe. They are pretty big though, aren't they? That'd be a big Buckaroo toy. Because when in doubt, you need a big Buckaroo in your life. Oh man, these billboards. They completely revolutionised the way this place looks. These giant billboards. Oh, what am I doing? We've got to look at it at night, haven't we? Got to look at it at night. The second game, hour to 11 o'clock at night. All right, so let's go take a look. Oh. Oh, hee haw, hee haw. I am a fan of this. Oh, hee haw, hee haw. That's cool, that's cool. We still need to add all the actual street lights. That's something we haven't done yet. Yeah, we've got all the billboards illuminated beautifully. And we've even got the little spotlight shining down on the rest of the city. If we go right to the back of Diamond City, or to the front I should say, to the entrance. Can we see the billboards all the way at the back? We should be able to, in theory. Go right to the front. Get ready for the frames to drop. Rest in peace, frame rate. Ooh. It's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. Wow. Yeah, you can totally see all the way to the back of Diamond City, can't you? That's ace. Looks really cool. Looks really cool. Really happy with it. Alright. So, recording has started. Wait for that to go off screen. Oh, Mary, mother of frame rate. But yeah, I do need to update the graphics card, as I said. You know, there's a GTX 970 in this. So, you know, it is outdated, basically. I'm amazed it can run all the VR stuff, frankly. Because Fallout 4 VR recommends a 1070. But I'm running it on a 970. And it's smooth, you know. So I think they overcompensated a little bit. Which is probably a good idea. Probably a smart idea. Oh, dude, look at all the prettiness. And there actually is a mod already called Illuminated Billboards, I believe. Made by, oh, what's his name? I completely forget the guy who made it. But he actually commented on one of the very first videos I did on building with mods. Because I used one of his mods which made the red rocket actually shine up bright. But I wish I remembered his name. Because he does such good stuff with lighting up the billboards and textures and stuff. Okay. Tyler555 says, your voice has changed a lot since your older videos. I kind of like your new voice. It might just be because of the new microphones. You know, as microphones has changed. And also my online personality has changed. When I first started, it was like, so how's it going, guys? This is the final render here. And today, we're going to be building. But now it's just like this, you know? A bit more lively, a bit more enthusiastic, a little bit jazz, a little bit rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? I could do ASMR videos with this voice. I totally could. Yeah, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And we do need to light up the city streets, so I don't want to do that this stream. I think I'll probably save that for next stream because that'll take a long time. I'm trying to think what else we could do. What time is it actually? What time is it? Oh, we've got half an hour left. Could probably go ahead and maybe add some other posters and stuff like that. Maybe anything else which has lights, like neon lights and stuff. We could probably do that this stream. Alright, so TFC, TM. Like, we're kind of restricted with the actual neon lights without the external assets. Obviously, for DLC, added loads of neon lights because obviously with the Wasteland Workshop DLC, you could go ahead and build your own neon lights and stuff. But you can't really do that without the DLC. It's a shame. But let's see. Courage Gate. There we go. Okay. How we doing? Oh, dip. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and check the Twitter. We do have one message right here. Oh dear. Oh, it's a bad Twitter message. Vindicator Wins says, that final render. Let's go take a look at this clock. Walks into the clock. Hey, I'm clumsy. What can I say? I'm walking here. I'm walking here. Okay, Holden Bagley says, any tips for making snaps in workshop items? I've actually never tried it myself. I've never tried it. So really, you're asking the wrong person, buddy. But I'm sure there are some people out there who could probably give you an answer. Maybe there are some people in the chat who can. Humongous says, another settlement needs your help. Not today it doesn't, Hugh. Not today it doesn't. I had a thought earlier today, actually. I was browsing through Steam, you know, as you do. And I saw a screenshot from Fallout 3 of Lucas Sims, who is the sheriff of Megaton. And I realised he's got the exact same outfit as Preston Garvey. He's got the hat, he's got the rifle on his back, and he's got the long coat. He's got the exact same outfit as Preston Garvey. You know, almost suspiciously so. It's like, where'd you get that coat, Preston? Used to live in Boston? Now, Diamond City. Diamond City? Diamond City, there we go. Okay, RogueAgent98 says, yo, Render, I was in Cambodia for the past week, so I missed your streams. Oh, buddy, that sounds cool. What are we doing? Were you on holiday or something? Were you on vacation? That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Laura Elshred says, that old voice sounded like the guy saying Bueller over and over in Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller is a great movie. Ferris Bueller is a great movie. Although I don't really think you can really have movies with what's-his-face in anymore, can you? Matthew Broderick. I think he kind of fell out of Hollywood now. Okay, so it's loading, it's loading, it's loading. Oh, okay. So, obviously that video I uploaded earlier today, which is of the VR game, the Japanese Waifu Simulator VR game, which you should definitely go ahead and check out after the stream. It's a hilarious video. It's very, very weird, to say the least. It's as weird as a Japanese waifu VR game you'd expect it to be. Apparently it is Chinese, not Japanese. So, interesting. Kind of racist in a way of me. I should know the difference, but okay, is what it is. Vindicator Win says, oh my god, just went into your Red Rocket video and noticed how you've changed. Yeah, totally changed. What else is there? Go ahead and read some of this. Lone Ranger says, no one is Wild West over Civil War style. No one is Wild West over Civil War style. I don't think I know what you mean there, buddy. Don't think I know what you mean. Okay, Falcon's Fury says, you built a strip club, right? Please tell me about a strip club. We haven't done any interiors yet, buddy. We haven't done any interiors whatsoever. But we talk about that could be a little section of the bar area. Could have something like that in there. Okay, mods loaded. Let's just see what we can do with neon lights. Because there obviously are neon lights in the vanilla game. But I think there's only like 3 signs maybe. So I don't even know if it's worth putting any in. Most of them are already down low. You know what I mean? Okay, dokie. Doot. Oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, start of a new month tomorrow. Anyone gonna do anything cool at the start of the month? Anyone got any new month's revolutions? Apparently that's a thing now. You know, annual revolutions. You know, too hard. Monthly ones, much easier apparently. Monthly resolutions. Mine should probably just make more videos. Will Corp says, hi, Final Render. I love your work. Oh, thanks, buddy. Oh, Will Coop. Sorry, not Will Corpse. Will Coop says, love your work. Thanks, buddy. That's really kind of you. What is that picture you've got on your profile right there? That looks like a demon monster of some kind. It's scary. Holden Bagley says, will you publish this to Bethesda? It will go on Bethesda.net. That's what you mean. Yeah, it should be able to go ahead and download it on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. No problems. Hopefully no problems. Anyway, we haven't got to that stage yet. Because it's obviously going to be very hard to go ahead and make this to run smoothly on the PlayStation 4. But I do have a PlayStation 4 here, so I'll at least be able to test it. And in theory, if it could run smoothly on PlayStation 4, it should in theory be able to run smoothly on everything else then, you know, because there's less restrictions and everything else. Okay. So yeah, scroll up then to our fantastic Diamond City. Oh man, that is awesome. Love it. Okay, so neon. See what we got with neon. As I said, I think we've only got 2 or 3 options without external assets. Yeah. Let's back. Okay. What else are people saying though? I keep going back to the chat. Will Corp says it's a pony. Oh, okay. It's like a demon pony kind of thing. My gosh. What else are people saying then? Brody Pot says, looks good. Thanks, buddy. Glad you like it. Theo Van Durzen says, Render, here's a game thing to say these Dutch words correctly. Oh, you want me to say stuff in Dutch? Oh, man, I can't. I can't do that. Hallo, ik ben Final Render. That sounds kind of Germany, so I can probably do that. Okay, so what's this then? When I typed in neon... And it's in all, yeah, it's in all. We do have some light sources, which are neon light sources. But they're not actual lights. They're just light sources. Interesting. So what do they look like then? If we go ahead and turn on our lighting engine. Go ahead and see what happens. This is from the Mega Surgery, apparently. That's not a friggin' neon light. That's just a regular light. That's goddamn cheating, that is. Okay. Go away now. Go away. Don't want you anymore. Get out of here. Go away. It's really starting to slow down now. It normally does start to chug a little bit towards the end of the streams. Towards the end of the streams, it starts to chug a bit. I'm not too surprised, really. Because, you know, it's been working hard, encoding the stream. Oh. No. Do not do that. Okay. Nearly deleted something I didn't want to delete there. But yeah, it can take a lot of computing power to stream this and also go ahead and work with the creation kit. But I'm going to be honest, that's all entirely thanks to the Ryzen 7 CPU I've got. You know, I'm not saying, oh, AMD's the best or anything, but just having an 8-core CPU, whether it was Intel or AMD, that 8-core CPU makes a huge difference to streaming. Really does. Basically means I can just throw all of the stream onto like 4 of the cores and have the other 4 cores for just regular use. It's fantastic. It's an absolute blessing. Okay, so neon lights didn't work. Maybe if I look down at the lower city. Look down at the lower city where I know there are some neon lights. Because they might not be called neon. You know, they might be called something else. There are ones for like the Mega Surgery. I think there's ones for the Detective Agency, Nick Valentine's. Ah, here we go. We've got one here. Please don't just be called Detective Sign. Please be like a unique name called like Neon or something. Detective Sign Valentine. Yep, okay, so we're not using that then. Okay. Maybe we can't use Neon then. What about like Nixie tubes? Are they in the not Nivy, Nixie? Or are they also in the external DLC? Yeah, they're not in the base game. Okay, tell you what then, tell you what. Let's go ahead and see if we can add some like random posters and stuff around the place. Seeing as we got some time to kill to the end of the stream, might as well make some use of it. You know, we'll go ahead and add some billboards and posters and stuff like that to the walls. We'll probably just have to do this every now and then. You know, every now and then when we've got a moment, just throw some posters up, you know, something like that. Let's go ahead and grab this one. Not that one. This one. Alright, so it's completely flat this. There we go. Well, what is that actually? Could probably do it. It might be an easier way to do this with, what's it called? What are they called? Decals. Decals. Might be better to do this with decals. Okay, so, do we just have a decals tab? Surely we do. Miscellaneous, decals. Decals are basically very easy ways to go ahead and put things on walls, like posters and blood splats, stuff like that. Type in decal. Yeah, so we've got things like moss and stuff like that. We obviously don't want moss. Let's see what we've got. Decal pinball title. Don't really know what that does, but let's go ahead and find out. We need to turn our markers on for this. Alright. Move this here. Give it a rotate. Ah, you see. Look at that. Look at that. That's not bad, is it? Bang! Ding! I think that's actually meant to be a, what's it called? That's actually meant to be a, pinball machine thing. And I think it might actually change or something like that, or at least light up. It might be lighting up already. No, it's just a poster. But stuff like that, you know, just put that on loads of walls and stuff like that. Just to give the place a little bit of life. And we could even play with this idea as well. You know, we could have like a poster of Diamond City or something and then have some graffiti on it. You know, to kind of build the idea that something's a bit wrong. You know, build some lore with the environment rather than having an NPC go, oh, by the way, there are some people who think the upper stands actually aren't that great. Herp, herp. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But if you can kind of just suggest with the environment that something's not quite right, then it makes the world a lot more compelling. You know, Half-Life, everyone? You know, that's all that game did. All of its story was told entirely just by walking around and looking around and stuff. And you, the player, would get an idea about what was going on in the world just by looking around. So, that's how you would go ahead and learn. Oh yeah, and you know, some people say that the creation kit is barely enough difference between the Skyrim one and this one. There's even Draugr blood effects still in here. You know, from Skyrim. They've literally just ported it over. I'm not complaining, it still works. But you know what I'm saying, it's very much a copy and paste with just the new items thrown in. Yeah, so these are the ones I want, isn't it? I'll need to go ahead and grab the decals. Anything which looks kind of cool. Mostly just like blood smears and stuff. What's that? Decal Mrs. Handy. Ooh, it's a big old poster right there. And the cool thing about these is that we can actually move them about and stuff like that quite easily, rather than say a billboard where you manipulate an actual model. We just basically move these arrows. You know, this blue arrow here points to where the poster will be. So you can go ahead and throw them up very easily, especially if we want lots of posters. So if we can get another one. So yeah, pinball, pinball, pinball. We've already got the pinball one. Decal chevron. Let's try the chevron. What is it? What does it actually look like? Oh, is that it? There's that little line. I imagine that's something you would put on the floor or something. Okay, so maybe if we just type in poster and search for decals for posters. And there are none. Okay, so just typing an image a bit weird. What else is there? What else is there? Falcon's Fury says, oh, whoops. Falcon's Fury said it would be interesting if you could add beggars at the bottom to the poor part, kind of like how Fallout 3 people would randomly ask for clean water. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, there is Sheffield down there already, isn't it? He's begging for Nuka-Cola. You know, he's begging for Nuka-Cola because he's addicted to fizzy drinks. Don't know who'd do that. Anyone else saying anything interesting in the chat? Let's go on through there. Lone Ranger said Liberty Prime was never fully completed, I think, until the Brothers of Steel found him and dismantled him in the Citadel. I think that was the story behind Liberty Prime. I think that he wasn't fully finished during the war. Or maybe he was built after. I honestly don't know, actually. Now I'll think about it. Have to find out. I'm sure Oxhorn knows. Alright, so where am I going to find... Oh. Where am I going to find the decals then? Art object? No. It's not pack in. Texture set? It's not this, is it? Did I just find it? I don't think it is, no. I think this is actual stuff to make textures, as the name would imply. I can try it. If I drag it in, does anything happen? Oh, it does give me a little arrow. But yeah, nothing happens. Okay, thought not, thought not. Instance name, inline texture, layer, it's not a layer. Load screen, oh, the load screens are always useful. Message, not that. Texture set, already looked in there. Damage type combat. Collision layer, spline. Oh, I hate the word spline. Spline. I don't know then. I don't know. Banner? Maybe? I don't know the names of all of the decals which actually I'm after, and that's the problem. I'm just trying to find any that are possible, but not static objects. I don't want static objects, I want decals specifically. That's just a street lamp. Okay. Maybe if I... Oh. Here's an idea. Just go to all. I don't know if this will be bad or not. No, it's not going to work actually, is it? Movable static, it's not that. It's not going to be static either. I honestly don't know what it's called, that's the biggest problem. And now it's crashing. I'm sorry if this is a bit boring, guys, but that's often a big problem with the creation kit. Is that you kind of need to know what you're looking for in order to find it quickly. Once I find out where these live, it'll be fine. But until then, I'm going to be confused. Oh. Is this it? No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Object swap, material swap, no. Anyone know where they live by chance? Anyone know where they live by chance? Just going to see if I can actually get things here. Will Coop says, Final Render, when you're building things, you just improvise things or do you get inspiration for things as you build? Mostly, I've got a good idea in my head what I want to build, but a lot of the times it changes over time. But there are a couple times I have inspiration for stuff. Like this entire project was kind of inspired by things like Bioshock Infinite and Deus Ex, for example. But there are, what was the other thing? This here. This building, which is actually our Church of Atom, right at the back, was actually inspired by kind of those old feudal Japan towers that you would find. You know, the kind of red wooden ones. Kind of inspired by that kind of shape. So that building is kind of inspired by something, I suppose. But for the most part, no. I just kind of make it up as I go along. Or I change things in order to make other things work. And sometimes you end up making something that's quite unique. Like this one, for example. It just looks wrong the way I envisioned it. So it gave it some more height. And now it's a completely unique building. And that's the other thing with this entire build as well, that I think a lot of people who might have just tuned in probably don't know. Every building is unique. Every single building is made out of individual pieces of metal that you can only find in Diamond City. There's no... We didn't just grab a building and drop it on. Everything is made piece by piece. So therefore every building is completely unique in this. Which takes a long time, but it's totally worth it in the end, because you end up with a truly unique looking place, you know? Just takes a long time. As we found out. Like what? 36 hours? No, 48 hours worth. 48 hours worth. Okay, Toby James says, I get out of school late, so I'm always late. Oh, buddy, that's a shame. That's a shame. Well, these streams will always be available to watch after. That's the stuff. Okay, Faye Van Durzen says, level 2 of my game. And wants me to say stuff in a foreign language. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the idea of saying stuff in foreign languages because I'm worried someone might write something I shouldn't be saying. Does that make sense? Because if I don't know what it means, you could write anything. You might write something really racist or something. I assure you, you probably don't. But I need to draw the line somewhere. So I'm going to draw the line there because I don't know what that says. The other one, I could clearly knew that wasn't actually going to be anything bad. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's go back to decal, whatever. So I just typed in decal again, and we've got some more stuff here. So it's mostly things like dirt and rust and stuff. We'll need stuff like that later. Got Minutemen logos. A rune rock. That's definitely a Skyrim thing, isn't it? They really did mess up with some of these things. Footprints in the sand. Atomics. Let's try this atomics one. Go ahead and put like one. Where do we want to put one? Maybe put one like over here, maybe. Because we got a big bit of space here with nothing really going on, you know. There's some stairs, but nothing else. Maybe we can go ahead and... Oh, dear. What on earth is this? What did I just add? What is this decal? I really want to know now. Go ahead and rotate it the correct way. It says test area. Well, I obviously don't want that. Yeah, that's not appropriate at all. I could just go ahead and put some moss and stuff on the buildings and things. That's not moss. That's yucky poopy stuff. How's that moss? It's white for a start. Moss isn't white. Okay, a decal leaves. Leaves. Ooh. Leaves are cool. Go ahead and put some of them in the garden area maybe. Not for here though. Chalk drawing? Oh, chalk drawing. This would be a cool one, actually. I've used this before in, like, schools and stuff like that. But we can go ahead and maybe get this and add this to the kids' play park. We do have a kids' play park right here. So maybe the kids have been drawing on the ground, you know, with chalk. Let's go ahead and rotate it like that and face it down. There you go. See, don't that look cool? You know, just... little bit of life, little bit of flavor. Add it to your builds. Make it look a little bit different. A little bit jazz, a little bit rock and roll, as we always say. A little bit smooth, a little bit crazy. There you go. That instantly looks so much more interesting and says so much about this little area. You know, it instantly screams kids play park. And it's fantastic. I love that. I love that. Still need to find more decals though. At some point, probably, I'll probably do it tomorrow maybe. I will look up exactly where all these decals actually live. So I can just get an entire list of every single decal and use as many as possible. Decal Shiolite. That, I believe, is a place which makes gas. So this could be a poster. Let's try this. Ah, indeed it is. Propane fuel they make, specifically. Propane. Oh, do. Not just that amateur pain, that propane. Oh dear. Cringe alarm right there. Cringe alarm for that horrible gag. Is that alright though? Is that actually a good... It's what I want. I want designs and stuff like that, but it's a black decal. It looks really boring. And we've got this one here, just graffiti. What's this graffiti say? What does this graffiti say? What does the graffiti say? Oh, it says, "You look nice today." Oh yeah, I know that one. We can go ahead and shrink this down a bit. Try to find a decent place to put it, actually, because since it's not a flat surface, it doesn't really know where to render it. Does that make sense? Let's just have it there. It says, "You look nice today." Just a fun little thing. Yeah. Does it actually say "you look nice today" or just "you look today"? It just says "you look today." That doesn't make sense. Oh no, it does say "you look nice," but as I said, it's struggling to render it on these walls which aren't completely flat. That could be a problem with adding decals. Well, now we know that. Now we know that. We will have to add static posters. Oh, that's irritating. Okay. Let's just try one poster. We'll try adding one static poster. And then it'll be time to go ahead and leave. Those aren't posters. Those are the pins. I want some of those pins. You know, you can get those pins which you can get in-game in real life. But stuff like this can be good. Like, it's a packing of posters already. But why I want it is because it's actually got two already in place. So I can just delete that corkboard behind it. And now I've got a few already lined up and ready to go, you know? Just go ahead and scale them up as I please. And I like the idea that maybe some places will have some graffiti or something with things written on it. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know if we actually have letters to write messages, or would we have to make an external asset to do that? You know, I don't want to do that. So hopefully there is an option to where we can just kind of add default letters and write our own messages, you know? Okay, so it's pretty much time to end the stream there. What I'll probably do, I'll just quickly check the old Twitter. Any new messages on the old Twitter front right there? If not, we'll go ahead and read what else people are saying then. Kimberly A says, what about those Art Deco sculptures in the Mass Fusion building? Those are posh. Art Deco sculptures. Art Deco sculptures. Let's go take a look, see what you mean. Art Deco. Maybe just type in Deco. That's probably the best way to do it. If not, I'd actually have to go to the Mass Fusion building. Okay, so yeah, Deco. Deco lobby walls, train stations, walls, man. Lots of, you know, lots of actual pieces of Deco buildings, because the Fallout cities do tend to have a lot of Art Deco architecture. Well, a lot of American cities have lots of Art Deco. Now, think about it, actually. Especially places like New York, you know, you look at, like, the Rockefeller buildings and stuff like that. Even things like Trump Tower and stuff, you know. So yeah, so Deco statues it would be called, wouldn't it? And see them right there. Statues right there. There's fountain statues and stuff like that. Those there, and we've got old George right there. Seen better days. Liberty statue, a Liberty statue. Oh yeah, that dude. Don't actually know him. A baseball statue. Oh yeah, we got stuff like that. We'll definitely need to go ahead and put some of those around. Because obviously it is a baseball stadium, isn't it? I don't know about the lion one. The lion one might be too much. But we could probably go ahead and have one of these. Over in the garden area, maybe. Yeah, just put that right there. Maybe? Nah, it's a bit out of place, isn't it? It's a bit out of place. Nice idea, but a bit out of place. I would actually have to look up what those statues were called. Ghibli. But we can give it a go at some point. Okie dokie, so it's time to end the stream there, really. Guys, we've done some good work this stream. We've done some real good work this stream. So, just as a quick overview of what we did, if we can go ahead and make those markers disappear so I can actually see what we are talking about, please. Are you going to disappear, markers? There we go. Hope, hope. Okay, so, in closing, what we did, we added lots of billboards to all of these radio mast towers, as you can see here. We added 8 to each radio tower, and there's like 3 or 4 radio towers. And we also illuminated all of them so they shine up at night. We also went ahead and added these really big billboards at the back, which are huge, and they can be seen all the way from the entrance of Diamond City. And not only that, but we've now also started to look into adding little posters and stuff around the place. So it's making really good progress, people. It's making really good progress. But next stream, we'll probably have to decide a lighting system, because I really don't know what kind of street lights we want for this place. I really don't know, because a lot of the street lights are quite obtrusive. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what kind of lights we can get away with to still make the place look nice, but also illuminate all of the streets and stuff, so at night you can get around efficiently. Alrighty, so thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been really good fun. I've certainly enjoyed it. It's good to know that we have got lots of good stuff done this stream. And yeah, so thanks very much for watching. And yet again, people, remember to go in and check out the last live stream if you missed it. And also, I have actually uploaded a video today. I uploaded a video maybe an hour before this stream started, so go check that out. It's a hilarious VR video with lots of big bouncing you know what's, and it was very, very funny indeed, involving like a virtual VR waifu. Very, very funny. But yeah, thank you very much for going ahead and tuning into the stream. Remember to go ahead and tune in next time. We normally stream every 2 days or so, but I will let you know if anything else changes like that. Probably tomorrow I will go ahead and record that VR video of us walking around in Boston, you know, in the VR using Google Earth. And it'll be great fun. It'll be great fun. Remember to check me out on Discord and on Twitter and stuff like that, so you can go ahead and stay up to date with all the news. Click the little bell icon below the video, please. Click the little bell icon. That's generally a very good thing. I know YouTubers always harp on about it, but it generally is a really good thing if you go ahead and click that bell button. And yeah, so I look forward to seeing you in the next one. So, bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Hope to see you in the next stream. Bye-bye. It's been great. We've done lots of good stuff. Mods making huge, amazing progress. Bye-bye, guys.